a not-so-simple tax. So you've probably heard people talking about tariffs, right? Especially when Mr. Trump is mentioned. A tariff is basically a tax on things that our country, America, buys from other countries. Think of it like an extra fee that has to be paid when goods cross the border and come into the US. During his first time as president, Mr. Trump decided to use tariffs quite a lot. He put these extra taxes on many different kinds of products like steel, aluminum, washing machines, and solar panels. The list was quite long, and it affected goods from many countries, but especially from China. He said these taxes were very important for America, and that they would fix big problems in how countries trade with each other. Why did he say America needed these tariffs? Well, his main idea was to protect American companies and American jobs. He argued that some other countries were not playing fair. For instance, he often said that China was selling things too cheaply in the US, making it hard for American companies to compete. So, the thinking was, if we put a tax on those foreign goods, they will become more expensive. If they are more expensive, then more people might choose to buy things made right here in America. This, he hoped, would help American factories stay open and even bring some jobs back. However, many other countries didn't just sit back and accept these new taxes. They got angry and retaliated with their own tariffs on American goods. This hurt American farmers and other businesses that sell things abroad. Plus, these tariffs sometimes meant higher costs for American businesses and eventually for people like you and me. Tariffs back in the news in 2025. Fast forward to today, 2025, and guess what? Tariffs are back in the headlines. Mr. Trump is once again talking a lot about them as he campaigns for the presidency. He has suggested that he wouldn't just keep the tariffs from his first term, but he might even add new ones, possibly making them even higher. This has made a lot of people, both in America and around the world, sit up and pay attention. He's suggesting the possibility of significantly increasing tariffs on goods from all countries, with a special focus again on China. There's talk of targeting specific sectors like electronics and steel once more. These pronouncements are causing a stir, and some people are worried this could spark a new, even bigger trade war. Imagine the previous trade disagreements, but now with even higher stakes and more countries involved. It's a situation that makes international markets quite nervous, wondering what might happen next to the flow of goods around the world. Okay, let's talk about you. How do these big-sounding things called tariffs actually affect your daily life and your wallet? It might seem like something only politicians and business people worry about, but tariffs can reach right into your pocket. Remember, a tariff is a tax on imported goods, so imagine you want to buy a new smartphone. Many of these items are made in other countries, and then shipped to America for us to buy. When these goods arrive in the US, if there's a tariff on them, the company that imported them has to pay that tax to the government. Now, do you think these companies will just pay that extra cost out of their own profits? Very often they try to pass that cost on to you, the customer, by increasing the price of the product in the store. So that shiny new phone or those cool sneakers might end up costing you more than they would have without the tariff. Section 4. American companies, a tale of two sides with tariffs. Now what about American businesses? How do tariffs affect them? Well, it's not a simple one-size-fits-all answer. For some companies, tariffs might seem like good news. For others, they can be a real headache and cause serious problems. It really depends on the type of business they are in, where they get their materials from, and who their customers are. First, let's consider the businesses that might benefit. If an American company makes a product, let's say widgets, right here in the USA, and if Mr. Trump puts a tariff on widgets imported from another country, those foreign widgets suddenly become more expensive for American buyers. This price difference can make the American-made widgets look more attractive and cheaper by comparison. So, the American widget company might sell more of its products. They might even be able to expand their business and hire more workers. However, many American businesses rely on imported goods to make their own products. If tariffs are placed on these imported parts, the American computer company has to pay more for them. This increases their cost of production. They then have a tough choice. Either they absorb that extra cost and make less profit, or they raise the price of their finished computers, which could make them less competitive. Section 5. The bigger world. Picture trade wars and what it all means. This whole discussion about tariffs isn't just an American story. It has big implications for the entire world. When a large economy like the United States makes major changes to its trade policies, like imposing widespread tariffs, it sends ripples across the globe. If America puts significant tariffs on goods from many countries and those countries retaliate with their own tariffs, it can escalate. This escalation is what people often call a trade war. It's a serious term, and it means that international trade becomes much more difficult and expensive for everyone involved. Countries keep imposing tariffs and other barriers on each other's goods. This can slow down international commerce, disrupt supply chains that businesses rely on, and make goods more expensive globally. It can create a lot of uncertainty, which is bad for economic growth around the world.